What is the Trump trade?
Yeah, good morning. Trump trade, to be honest, it's really difficult to pinpoint at this stage because lots and lots of Trump policies are kind of quite inflationary. So probably the simplest trade is curve steepener. But on the other hand, we have central bank that is quite very, very close to kind of the winning the war on inflation, and they were very close to cutting interest rates. So that's potentially kind of offsets each other. But I would probably say that in terms of Trump trade, probability of President Trump 2.0 was there for quite a while. So I suspect market kind of moved in that direction. So maybe the kind of announcement over the weekend probably kind of somewhat in the price already.
It's an interesting one, especially because arguably for those who are looking for a Trump trade would say this might have been something that's been moving the market all year long. That isn't something that's just now emerging. How would you classify that rotation into small caps? If you were to take the politics aside, the rotation into small caps, into more kind of energy-friendly, some would argue Republican-friendly sectors as well, like energy. What's the explanation for that rotation?
Yeah, to be honest, I think you're absolutely right. So the trade that, probability of Trump was there for some time. But on the other hand, we have a very, very interesting situation happening with kind of underlying fundamentals, right? So we still have the majority of earnings growth coming from technology stocks. And those stocks, so they have a lot of quality in there. They have very, very strong balance sheet, but they're extremely, extremely expensive. And from what we know from State Street Custodial database, is that institutional investors are very, very crowded in those tech stocks and super underweight small caps. So now we're getting kind of on one hand, the Trump trade. On the other hand, we're getting more confidence on rate cuts as well. So market is really excited to rotate into small caps. They're super, super cheap. But they have kind of this earnings problem as economy slows. So there is this kind of dynamic happening. And I think a lot of the rotation we saw in small caps last week is really related to higher probability of policy easing. So that potentially was happening. But I would personally caution against like this kind of wholesale rotation into small caps. I think that still the kind of issue of earnings is really, really important. We know that underlying earnings in small caps are really challenging, especially as the economy slows. So that to me is probably really important thing to watch. So all eyes on earnings season.